Hi guys, how you doing? I want to welcome you to week 7 and take a look at what we have coming up for this week. But before I do that, I just want to mention a little bit about week 6 and how well you guys are doing. And I'm really proud of this class because it's not a small class and everyone's really holding their own. I'm super impressed with discussion boards, and I just want to mention that if I'm seem like I'm pushing you guys, I am. I'm always going to find something to try to drive you to be better. So sometimes that gets frustrating when you have an instructor that does that because sometimes it seems like you're doing all this work and there's always something that seems to need to be better. So I just want to bring that to your attention a little bit. I don't mean to be discouraging. I'm just trying to drive you guys to really see and to do your best. Okay, so let's take a look at week 7. And let's see what we have coming up. There's not that much to do this week, and that's probably a good thing because of the backsides, the backs of the posters are due. Plus, you should be working on the front of your poster too and tightening that up, which I'll have those graded probably by tomorrow, so you can use that information moving forward. Um, the information that I grade, I give you your comments. And then you can use that information moving forward to work on the back of your project since they should be visually cohesive. So this week, all we really have is, you have the week 7 overview. Then you have this presentation of typography on the micro and the macro level. And I really think that's important for you guys to read because it's a really good description of the underlying meaning, as it were, behind some of the typographic choices that designers make. And it's written very well. So I really like you to take a look at that. And then you have basically this is it. You have the week 7 assignment typeface presentation. And if we take a look at the preview for that, basically it's really super self-explanatory. So I'm not even really going to get into it that much. But go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, and I'll be grading right off that in the rubric. So it's right there. So I'm not going to go through that because it's pretty clear. Plus, I just want to take your attention to a second over here to week 7, and then so then we have final project, part 5 and part 6. That's the first and second iterations of the back of your poster. Then you have your critiques, and I'm kind of working with you guys as a group on critiques, as you've noticed. I'm trying to get you guys to work on the same types of critiques each week. And the idea is that you use these techniques moving forward, since critique is such a very important part of design. I really want you guys to cultivate this technique whereby you can effectively critique each other's work throughout your student design career as well as your professional design career. It's very, very important in the world of design. Okay, and then we have this week 7 discussion. It's the Helvetica documentary. And listen, guys, I want to tell you something. This is a great movie. And it looks like a couple of you have already watched it. And if you haven't watched it, if you haven't watched it in its entirety, take a look at the whole thing, or get those links down and take a look at it when you can get a chance to really look at the whole thing. It's I think they're a little over an hour long, maybe an hour and a half, and worth every minute. It's a wonderful film. I watch it probably twice a year, as does pretty much every designer I know. It's just really, really a refreshing look at Helvetica. Okay, so that's all I have, guys. And if you have any questions, one thing I want to mention is when you're working on, I'm at 4 minutes, so I'm okay. One thing I want to mention is that when you're working on the backs of your posters, what I'd like you to do is take my comments that I'm going to grade on your final project part 4, and that's the second part of your the second iteration of your cover. So we'll get that squared away and the comments on that. And I want you to use that information and those comments moving forward to the back of your presentation. Okay, it's a really good idea to keep the front open while working on the back, so you can use the same grids, you can use the same type of idea and same type of design. One thing I want to show you guys really quick here. Where did it go? Let's see. It should be right here. And let me see if we have Okay, so we have this these student works, and I just want you guys to notice a couple of things, okay? I want you to notice that each of the strong use of grid in each of these examples, that's important. The other thing that's really important, other than typography, of course, is the strong use of the grid. And listen, look and note the judicious, the wonderful and expeditious use of white space. All right. Notice that none of these designs are getting pushed to the corners. None of them are filling the page with design. They're all taking a real care in delivering the message in a nice cadence so that we're not bombarding the viewer with information. Look at this beautiful white space. Each one of these successful student projects is making wonderful use of white space. Please keep that in mind when you're working on your pieces, okay? On your posters. Look at this wonderful, just nobody here is trying to take this whole page and kind of throw it in your face. So okay, that's all I have, folks. Listen, I want you to feel comfortable contacting me, emailing me, since we're getting down to the end of the class here and we have to start getting these things submitted. Just feel free to contact me so that we can get some more personalized attention on the work if you need to. I'm here, certainly. I want you to understand that. And please feel free to contact me if you need to be. Okay, guys? So, all right, great. I will see you in discussion board. Awesome job. Love this class, and you guys are doing awesome. Thanks.